Look, Michael, this is a call out to Michael Chandler. Today, or as soon as you hear this podcast, right? Go to your house, carry your wife, climb on top of her, and put a baby inside her. Now.
Push on the side. Looking for ways to go pump in the style. Lots of some things and a strategy down. Open discussions would like to the thing. Patterns, behaviors would like to the link. Why do black people bring black people?
This is something called Saviour Barbie. Yeah, something like what Saviour Barbie. Basically, it's a trope that white people, there are some white people who feel like it's their duty to save black people, usually from themselves or from their situation. I think that that is the kind of thing that pushes this attitude of saying, oh yeah, we need, because even in the FA, like we talked about last week, the FA would say, some of those guys in the FA would say, yes, it's true, there's not enough representation of black people in managers in the EPL. Like, we need to do more. There's even something called the Rooney Rule. The Rooney Rule is from the NFL, because they too in the NFL, they were crying and saying that there are not enough black coaches. However, 70% of the players are black.
Yeah.
So what is wrong with that? That is, players earn more than managers or coaches, as they would say. So what is wrong that the black people are not getting jobs as coaches?
Yeah.
You understand? Because who grows up wanting to be an NFL coach?
Not a lot of people.
Like, when you grow up as you want to be a sportsman, do you grow up saying, oh, I want to coach the next Messi? No, I want to be a player. You focus on being a player first.
Yeah.
The coach is
Later.
oh, I'm looking for money after I'm done, or I still love football.
Yeah.
You understand? So being a coach is an afterthought, right? It's something that is not even meant or guaranteed for people. But anyways, so there are people, white people, who enable this inferiority complex, who enable this mentality. People call them white saviors.
Okay.
One example is, there's this woman called Amanda Kijera. She's a feminist, right? And she was always angry that people online saying that black people are rapists or whatever. Of course, not all black people are rapists, everyone knows that, but like, as a white woman, you know, they are more likely to be raped by a black person than a Chinese person, let's just say. So she wanted to prove and show that, okay, black people are capable of civilized behavior and not raping people.
She went to Congo.
No, God bless her, she would have killed her. But you know, she went to Haiti, which is in some ways worse. She went to Haiti and she got raped, of course, within 48 hours of getting to Haiti. And she was describing it. She was describing how, while the guy was raping her, he was like, this guy doesn't even know that I'm a Malcolm X scholar. That is, she studied Malcolm X.
Maybe the guy doesn't even know who Malcolm is.
Of course he doesn't. He's French. Why the fuck would he know about Malcolm X? He doesn't know anything about American or Martin Luther King. He doesn't give a shit. He just sees a white woman, oh, I want to rape. Or I want to have sex. But
Wait, how did she get to that situation?
she put herself there. Like, she wanted, like, I think maybe she carried a camera to show that, okay, I want to go and stay with these people that people are saying are bad. You understand? I want to prove that point. And she got raped. Yeah, she proved the wrong point, but
She proved the point to be true.
well, yeah, exactly, right? But so they call it white savior complex. There are many examples of it. Like, people just generally, actually, they just end up putting themselves in harm's way just to prove a point. Like, the one, this episode may actually contain a call out, and he's the person who inspired me. It's Michael Chandler, right? Michael Chandler is a lightweight Bellator champion, lightweight UFC world champion contender, right? He had fight of the year last year against Justin Gage, right? So he's just a fucking beast. He's short, but I think I can beat him. So you can wait advantage, and I watched all the 9 Ip Man movies, so I know how to fight. Right, but the guy, so he has this fight, bloody battle, just engages an animal, right? The next day, he takes a picture, the black eye, and holding the baby, feeding the baby milk. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. Do you understand? It's like, it's so emasculating to me. Like, that was my initial gut. You know, your gut reaction is
Natural.
It's the most natural. What I felt was kind of disgust. This guy just is a gladiator that has gone to do damage to another human being. The next day he's carrying baby, feeding baby. Now,
Wait, you see that? Did he win the fight?
no,
Did he win the fight?
but like, if you watch the fight was good. He dropped Gaethje. They just gave the decision to Gaethje, right? Because I think maybe Gaethje dropped him more times. You understand when you look at it. But anybody that gave the decision to Michael Chandler would have been, yeah, we won't crucify you for that, right? But in addition to the boy, the baby, him feeding the baby is black. Now, it's not unheard of for white people to adopt black babies. But we know why. Right? A Supreme Court justice will explain why, but we'll discuss that after this. But the reason for it, I looked around, I looked on Reddit and all these other places, and what they said was that his wife, the reason why they adopted, I think they have 2 children, 2 black. Both of them are black, which is also strange. Is that the wife, she works with inner city children, so she doesn't have time to have babies. I almost threw my computer on the floor. Look at this man, this specimen of a man. If you see him, like, you understand, you can tell the guy has good genetics.
Yeah.
Then your wife, Michael Chandler, is telling you that I don't want to have your
Genetics.
yeah, I don't want to have your white babies. I'd rather raise somebody else's children than your own. And you accept that, and you sit down in the house after a fight and you're breastfeeding. Yeah, breastfeeding. I have to call it that. So that thing just inspired like a really gut reaction. And I don't know what you guys think. What do you think of that?
What do you think of that? Is business. If him a UFC fighter that drops men, like drops strong men, can be told
By a woman,
do you understand? So like,
not to have his own
not
children.
to have your own children. Then what are you doing? So he doesn't have a child of his own, like his own gender.
That's his wife. The wife has refused to. So, don't you get?
So he can have children with another woman.
But
like I'm just saying, like I don't understand why his wife wouldn't want to have his own children and wants to have someone else's children.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Like it doesn't make sense.
If
Another person's children.
okay, I think the problem is that she doesn't want to
she doesn't want to lose her own body.
her own body.
She wants no. What they said was that she has this job,
Yeah.
this non-profit type thing where she's helping black children.
So
Because that's what at-risk youth means. When you say someone is at risk or underprivileged or underserved, they mean black people,
Yeah.
right? So she's like, oh, that her pregnancy will get in the way of that work that she's doing, and this man agrees.
So someone else is going to like they're going to use like
No, they are paying for children instead of her to just give birth to her own.
So they're adopting children.
Yes.
Okay.
They bought one earlier this April.
They adopted. Which one is
But you pay for it. It's a service. What are you saying?
wow.
Adoption is just another.
You're paying for. What are you talking about, bro? It's expensive now. You have to pay for lawyers. You have to pay for all this. It's money. But if I put my prick inside my wife's vagina, how much am I paying for that?
Nothing. You only pay for delivery. If you decide to use that hospital.
Okay. So in my mind, I'm like, look, Michael, this is a call out to Michael Chandler. Today, or as soon as you hear this podcast, right? Go to your house, carry your wife, climb on top of her, and put a baby inside her. Now. I'm very serious. I swear to God. Okay, what would you call that? Would you call that?
No, it's not.
Whether she says yes or no. I don't think.
It's like that.
But some people say it's.
Yeah, some people say.
Why? Why is it?
But they don't say if I don't have to pay money, I she can't steal my money.
That's a different case. They won't call you rape if you're sleeping and like she just starts giving you a blowjob and like slides your penis inside your.
Wait, is that again? Sorry.
Like it's not rape if she, while you are asleep, while a man is asleep, his woman, his wife climbs him and like just start having sex. It's not.
Actually, I think that's the case. The wife doesn't have time because of her job, and therefore they have to pay for black children. Which, I mean, you know, people would kind of give it a racist or racism edge, but again, reciprocity, right? It's not often you see black people adopting white children.
They are adopting it, I don't think that.
Well, we've seen some of those stories.
Yeah.
So, but Michael Chandler needs to wake up and understand that he's genetically to be passed. If that woman will not bear his children, he should find another white woman to do it with. I don't think.
Drop the EP, that legit. Top 5 in the city, competitions right here. Swear. All I know now, so miles don't got no time. Slime, I got mad lines. Up tempo, make I catch my vibe. Yeah, look, chopsticks, yeah. Shout out Ice Prince walking, I'm giving my all to the art. 80% of my best from the heart. Me, I believe in being creative. I put in the time and I put in the work. I put on my tata, I give all to God. Trust in the process, believing in me. Everything come in due time, guy. Wait for your time, make it no kind of rush. Yeah, me know they dog. I know people love. Roll up the loud, make we touch on cloud now. I do it for the love and I do it for the city. Every J saying God, what? Me not a bad guy.
Again.